Fred Williams, Excel primed. Separate first and last name. Here we're going to use the same process we've been using before. We're going to use this layout, and we have a full name, and we're just going to break first name to last name. It's straightforward. We're going to use the left function, which we've done repeatedly, and then the right. We're going to use the right function, and we've done this a number of times. We use the tilde function. The tilde function as a substitute. But here we're just going to use an asterisk. You can use whatever you want. I use the tilde from time to time. I use the asterisk in this example. And all we're going to do is find a space, just insert that asterisk. Then we're going to trick it, remove everything from that point left. Got it? Let me just show you how this works. Here we have this left function, which we're just going to grab characters. We're just going to find the first space. It's going to give us a number of characters, F9, which is 5. And that's the name of the individual. We're going to keep those 5 characters here. As an example, that's the final outcome. All we're going to do is we're going to find that space, which is going to be at number 5. We're going to go left. You know what left does? It's going to look at our character string. From that 5th character, we're going to remove everything to the right. In terms of the right, in other words, the last name, we're going to find that same number 5, but we're going to put a character in there, and that is this asterisk. We'll find that, and we're going to remove everything from that point, including the asterisk, left. I'm going to break this down piece by piece. We have this, what seems like an intimidating looking formula. We need to find a starting point. Here, we're going to find len substitute. We're going to find that space, and then we're going to put a blank in there. That particular len, that's going to be at 13. And we're going to look here, len B5, and then we're going to subtract len B5 minus len. Why? If there's more than one space, we need to be able to identify the space. And here, we're identifying the first space. We go in here, we go B5, formula, number of characters, but then we need to break this apart. And then we have the substitute here. We have substitute, which has these requirements. We have a text, an old text, a new text, and this instant number. And if you're not familiar yet with this instant number, it's right here in substitute. It needs to identify what space explicitly that we're shooting for. Well, there's only one space here. If there were multiple spaces, we can identify that space by using this same approach, and we will. We're going to use this model repeatedly, so get familiar with it. We go over here, we're saying, well, place that asterisk somewhere, and that's what we did, right there. Then we have to figure out where, from that point, how to remove everything from that point. So go over to the left, find the asterisk within substitute. So here we explicitly put the asterisk in there within text, F9. We're going to find that asterisk. And that's going to be position. And remember, find is just looking for a position. It's going to give us a number. Right here, find locates a position and it's case sensitive. Got that? Go over here, break this down. We have this right, we have text, and we have number of characters. Number of characters. Remember what number of characters is. That's what we want to keep. We're going to have to use this len. Len is the length of this entire string. Find number 8. Because here we just did this find thing. We look at len, and it's going to go 8. Find character 8. If we look at this thing, we go right, B5, F9. We have Irene, then we have number of characters, F9. 8. Right is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's going to get rid of everything else. And the end result is the last name. Break this down if you need to. I think I did a pretty good job breaking it down, but if you're lost, break it down to a level where you can see it. Use the F9s. Keep breaking this down using F9 so you can visualize it. You can just grab this right here. if you need to, F9. That's going to be 14, and then this len, break this down to, I think it's there, F9. So now you can see 14, 13. That's why I just put it here. You can see that's your instant number. And then new text is, well, it's right there. In old text is the space. And then our text is B5, F9. So intuitively you're going, well, I'm going to put that asterisk right there. That's our first blank. Got it? Read it if you need it, and microscope the anatomy if you need to. Fred Williams, XL Prime.